Let me tell you the secret. Rate of improvement is everything. It doesn't matter how dumb you are right now, you can become smart. I'm the living proof of it. In year 8, I was dumb as shit, okay? I failed every subject, not even the non-essential ones. I mean, I failed English, I failed maths, I failed science, I failed everything you could think of in year 8. How did I improve? I improved every day by hustling, okay? I looked at my friends at the time who were quite smart and their grades, they were getting 4.0s, they were getting A's, and I was, getting my D's. But what did I do? I actually didn't even envy them. I oddly pitied them. Do you know why? Because they couldn't improve. To them, school was nothing but a maintenance of a high A standard. But to me, it was growth, it was development, it was continual improvement, okay? And you know what? That was enjoyable for me. And it didn't matter that I had 3 learning disabilities. It didn't matter that I had dyslexia, auditory processing, and an extra Y chromosome. Because I could just out-hustle you. Like, straight up, you could study for 2 hours and get a B, and I could study for 10 hours and get a B+. But that was my reality. And over time, my 10 hours would turn into 5 hours, and I would still get a B+. My 5 hours would turn into 2 hours, and I would still get a B+. And all of a sudden, I'm doing the same amount of time as you, and I'm getting higher grades than you. And then over time, it just amplified. And don't get me wrong, even in year 12, I was out hustling everyone. And I mean, to such a ridiculous extent. Even in the build up to that, every semester I was just improving. I started out at 1.0. And then, in English, right? I remember this. I remember going out with my family and we went out to dinner and we were celebrating because I got a D+ in English. A D+. And I was genuinely happy about that. I was 100% just over the moon. I was like, man, I got a D+ in English. That's probably my highest grade at the time in English. Like, don't even talk to me about getting A+ or anything like that. It's just me getting a D+ was good. And I celebrate that because from my previous best, that was an improvement. And that was great. And then that D+ turned into a C-, which was crazy. And then turned into a C, and then C+. And by the end of year 12, I was in English Lit getting A's. English Lit. If you told me in year 8 that I was going to be in the hardest possible English class in year 12 and excelling in it with the best possible English students, I would have slapped you. I would have said, don't you lie to me, alright? But the one thing which really got me going at the start, year 8, this hit hard. Although I had 3 learning disabilities, it didn't matter. The thing which really hurt me the most was I was lazy as hell. Okay, I was so goddamn lazy. And it was like, yeah, I've got like a lower starting point than everyone else, but I'm lazy and that just extends it by so much. And if I could just fix my laziness, then I might get more of an accurate picture of where I'm actually sitting. Like, right now, I don't really know. And I'm trying not to use like my learning disabilities as excuses. But, just by improving, crazy progress. And I remember at the end of year 11 and about halfway through year 12, everyone was saying, man, if only I maintained my grades from year 11, man, I'd be killing it right now. And I'm looking at these people and I'm going, man, what are you talking about? Year 11, man, my grades have improved from year 11. End of year 11, I was getting like B's and B+, okay? But I knew to get my goal of a 95 ATAR, I needed to get at least like A- A's, right? And so what did I do? I realized, all right, man, like, yeah, I've been hustling, I've been grinding, my grades have improved so much, like, I'm happy with the progress, but you know what? The rate of progress hasn't been fast enough. It's been fast, but not fast enough, so I gotta really up my game now. And year 12, I was on 4 a.m. to midnight every day. There was not one day. I remember the first day I didn't go to bed till like 6 a.m. and I told one of the teachers and she just looked at me and she's like she knew where I came from and she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be like that the entire year 12. I'm just like, oh, okay. And that was my set standard. So going into it on the first day of essentially only sleeping like an hour, it was like, oh, well, I mean, if this is normal, if I could sleep 4 hours a night, that'd be pretty nice. And that's what I did. I slept 4 hours a night and I didn't know much about productivity at the time. So I was just out hustling. If you would do 3 hours, I would do 10, I would do 20. I would just out grind so much. I remember like English, I would redraft every English assignment a minimum of 8 times. Like, I would send it to my teacher, and then he would send it back to me, and then I'll send it to one of my friends who were like really good at English, and then they'll send it back to me, and then I'll send it to a sped teacher and like special education, and then they'll send it back to me, and then I'll send it to another friend, and then they'll send it back to me, and I would go through the system where I'd send it to about 8 different people, and 8 different people would all edit it, and each time they send it back, it was essentially just like, this is garbage. Restart. And each time I would restart and start from scratch and spend like another 20 hours fixing it, and then I would send it back, and then they would send it. It was just brutal process. Brutal. But that was my perspective. That was my norm. And when stuff like that becomes your norm, you can do anything. And the best thing was at the end of year 12, when I finished in the top 5.5% of the state, I felt smart for once in my life. Not even the ATAR. The ATAR didn't even matter to me. That was like, alright, cool, I did that. But the main bit which really hit hard was the feeling of me just genuinely being smart. The way information came into my mind and the way I was able to think and process it, for the first time ever, I genuinely felt articulate and I just felt smart. And that was my goal from the start. It was never really the ATAR. The ATAR was a driver, but ultimately I just wanted to feel smart. And I believe I achieved that. And not only that, I managed to develop discipline on top of that. And that was just the biggest like just improvement factor. Now listen to me. There is a reason why 3% of the entire population earn 97% of the income. Okay, think about that. If you're in school right now and there's 1,000 people in your school, 30 of those people, so maybe just your class, 30 people in your class are gonna earn the entire school's total income. Just think about that. That's deep. Okay? There's a reason there is such a big difference between the 1% and the 99%. That difference is hard work and improvement. Improvement over time. And people think improvement's more difficult the more you go, but it's not. Because after year 12, I used that 94.5 ATAR to drive me further. I used it to push me to even do greater things in all areas of my life. Like if I'm in the gym and I'm just in so much pain, I look at my timer and I've got like 10 minutes left on my leg workout. I'm like, 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Yeah, my legs feel like they're gonna, snap and explode. But that doesn't matter. I took 5 years of pain. I can take another 10 minutes. Let's up this intensity. This isn't anything, alright? Let's get it. I fight, you fight. I'm out here hustling, knowing that you're out there hustling. Okay? IFYF. Let's get it. I'm out here posting every day, 8:30 a.m. ACDT time. Come along, subscribe, like, and share. Get this to more people. Let more people see it. If you're a student, share it with your mate. Alright? Let's get it. Also, check out my Instagram at Joshua_Faranda_Pluke. I post all of my YouTube videos prior on Instagram, so you get sneak peeks on my Instagram. So go check everything out on there.